Welcome back to the final hour of the Gary Sutton Show on a Tuesday morning. Kind of a dreary day outside, but always happy in here, and especially happy right now when I have this next guest. She stops by every now and then. She's a good friend. CJ Hoffman is the head of the local Feed the Vets right here in York County, and they're having the second annual Vet Fest concert. 2015 is coming up on Saturday, June 13th from 10 a.m. to midnight. And the gates open at 9:30. It is going to be a fun day, and you don't have to be a veteran to come on out, but certainly the efforts when you get there are going to be to help veterans. It's $15 per person. Kids 6 years to 12 years of age are $7, and then under 5 free, and all the proceeds benefit local vets in need. And I'm talking about CJ Hoffman, who's with us here this morning. CJ, always good to have you in the studio. How you doing?
Hi, Gary. I'm doing great. We're glad to be here again. It's getting close. We're getting excited. Vet Fest is coming. And you really don't want to miss it this year. I'll tell you, we put a lot of work into it this year. We are going to open the gates early. We're going to open them at 9, but we have so many people that came out to volunteer to help us put this together this year compared to last year. The volunteers are just great. I mean, it's making our jobs a whole lot easier. Also, our headliners this year, Kiss Alive coming back from New York City, and Smoking Guns. Wow, and they're hot. Yeah. I just love Smoking Guns. Is kind of like a Skinner tribute band, and the neat thing about Vet Fest this year is we decided we're going to do bands that are from every genre, because Trilogy, as a matter of fact, is 3 school kids from Spring Grove High School that decided to put together like a garage band. And when you first hear them, you think, oh, this is going to be a headbanging. But turns out these guys do Beatles and everything. I mean, they're awesome. And
I like that headbanging.
Yeah. Oh, we have some of them out there, too. Last year we did probably close to 600. We had 289 veterans last year that came. This year we're hoping to hit that 1,000 mark. We've got a lot of words out there. We've been in the newspaper. It's been so much work putting into it. And like I said, these volunteers this year are just wonderful. We've got tickets at Renegade Classics off of Route 30. Morgan's House of Twins is selling tickets for us. Just about anywhere, you can call us. There will be tickets at the gate. There's bands that are selling tickets. So you just come on out, and it's going to be really a great time. And, of course, all the proceeds, again, this year are going to local Feed the Vets, our homeless. Last year we bought a crate of fans right after Vet Fest and distributed them to some of the Korean vets and some of the Vietnam vets that, were hot in their places. We've even bought some air conditions. Things kind of changed a lot since last year, Gary. We're not just Feed the Vets anymore. We're paying for medicines and clothing and trying to get some of these guys set up in rooms, which we've done, and it's really turning into a lot of work, but we love it. My daughter and I are on the road sometimes 7 days a week till 10 o'clock at night.
It's become a real calling. For people out there that don't know the story, how did Feed the Vets really get started, and then you kind of blossomed into these other areas? Well,
we got started. I'm retired, and my daughter has heart problems. And rather than sit around and look at each other, my husband passed away. He was a Vietnam vet. He came home. He got killed Christmas Eve. So we decided. I was with the Riders for a few years, and I just wanted to do something that would stay here in York County, because we have over 105 homeless vets here in York County, plus vets that aren't homeless, but there's families that need help, and just veterans, their self that came home. I mean, they lost their jobs, wasn't their fault, just things like that. And we've seen it going on. So we decided we're going to start this and just see how it goes, And at first I was kind of a little bit hesitant, that it went through the depression. Well, this isn't going to work. People were saying it's not going to work. And then all of a sudden, one of the guys from the SEL at Downtown showed up one day, handed me a check, and boom, from then on we thought, no, can't give up now. So here we are, 2 years going on 3, and we're out there. Like I said, we're doing all kind of work. We've got it's in my family. My brothers were all military. My grandma was in the Air Force. it's just my son, I'm very proud to say, is the president of the Riders at Shiloh, and he's really trying his best to make a difference up there, and I'm real proud of him for that. My daughter, like I said, is on the road every day with me. We've even now got my grandkids involved in this. We visited the VA hospital here a few weeks ago, went up there and played bingo, and I took my granddaughters along, and my 16-year-old absolutely fell in love with one of the old guys up there. She wanted to bring him home, and it was just they're all getting involved, and it's just it's turning them. And the more people that hear about us, call us and say, well, what can we do? What can we do? And believe me, we're always up to something.
Let me ask you a question. What and I know you don't do it to get something from it, but what do you get from it? I mean, what is the feeling? What and you're passing this on now to your grandkids. What's the feeling?
Well, for me, it's like I'm blessed, Gary. I've gone through 33 operations. I'm still here. I just spent 28 days in the hospital. I'm still here. So that's God telling me, you got work to do, girl. Keep busy. And my daughter, like I said, she's right behind me. When I'm sick, she takes care of me, and she goes on and does everything that her and I do together. And like my other children wanting to be involved now, and my grandkids. And it's like, you know what? This thing just might go on even after I'm not here anymore, which is great because we still have vets coming home, and that should be home. And I just get, I eat, sleep, and people will tease me about it, vets. They keep telling me, you got to take a rest. But I can't, because as soon as I do, I think there's somebody out there that isn't eating and I am eating, or there's somebody out there it's cold and I'm warm. So, I got to keep at it. It's just knowing, well, maybe someday I'll get my angel wings through this, but it's just, if you see their faces, I can give you a situation that happened here a couple months ago. Of course, I can't give you a name, but we got a call. A lady, there was a man sleeping in the back of his car, and she said, I know he's a vet because he's wearing a hat. So we went up and knocked on the window, and he come out and he talked to us, and he was a vet. And he was working, but he was homeless. So we put him up in a room, and we got him bed linen and clothes, food, and, we gave him money for gas and set him up. And we checked back 3 months later. His boss said it's one of the best workers he's ever had. And the lady that we rented the room to, she said it's the best tenant she ever had. She said he helps me all the time, and she said it's wonderful. So it's like, wow, that's really cool. One more off the road, Yeah. So, you just go home and you're smiling, you're happy, and it's like, just think, where would he be? So, you get a lot inside out of it. Like I said, there's days when we're really burnt out. One of our vets, a very good friend of mine, it was moved away today, and she had just bought a freezer full of food, and she called me, so we loaded it up in our car, and Kelly and I were out till close to 1 o'clock in the morning, seeing that this food got out to these veterans that we have on our list, frozen meat pies and things like that. They were all just, wow, this is wonderful. And we do work a lot with Pastor Tom Adolphi. I can never pronounce his last name, but there's homeless down at, they're living in tents in Wrightsville. And we've been working a lot with him, trying to get them down there, get them some food and get them some clothes. And it's been working out great. It's just like I said, and we do need volunteers from time to time when we do things, because like I said, we don't work during the day, so people work. So during the day, we're out there ourselves, doing all this stuff, and it does burn you out, but like I said, it's well worth it.
Well, and as you said, the smiles and the thank yous from the people that you're helping. I know we had Debbie and I had a great chance to work with you at Christmas time and serve Christmas dinner, and it was just wonderful to see all these people out there and having a chance, especially for people who are by themselves, having a chance to have kind of a group of people to be family with them during that time.
Exactly.
You look at this, $15 a person, and all this money goes to basically helping vets, right?
Exactly, and it's like year long. It's like I said, it isn't just feeding anymore. We're paying for prescriptions and anything they need. I mean, we've done so much. It's like clothing and rooms, and even at Christmas time we decided to have a little fun. And Stony Brook Restaurant, my daughter and I would stop in there for lunch sometimes, and also at Cape Horn Restaurant, and we would look, and you could tell the vets, they had their hats on, or their Korean vets, and we'd tell the waitress to give us their check and pay it forward. One man actually started crying. He said, "Nobody's ever done that to me, honey. I'm from Korea," and it was just, we had a little bit of fun with it, but wow, it was so cool to see their faces, and they turn around like they were in total shock, like, "No, you're kidding us, aren't you?" And it's like, "No," and then I just go up and hug them and say, "Welcome home, and thank you for serving," and it made us feel good, and I know it made them feel good. So it's just like it's all kind of things, we're coming across, but we have our phone number on the back of our truck, and people see it and they call, and it's just it's worth it, And we're meeting, Gary, a lot of people or other organizations, which I wanted to throw one at you. I met a group over the weekend. It's a biker club, but they're called Infamous Riders Marine Club. They're AMVETS, Lancaster County, and June 14th, day after our show, they're doing a bike show, and they have vendors and all that stuff there. And these guys, I spent a little bit of time talking to them, and all they're about is they're raising money too. They're a biker club they put together. I think there's like 5 different areas they're in, but they're raising money to help our citizens, to help kids, help this, help that, because now that they heard about us, they want to do something for us, So it's like, here we go again, and they're connected with the AMVETS in Lancaster County, and this thing is June 14th from 12 to 5. If you have a bike, take it up there. It's free admission. This is their 5th one, and they were just I talked with them, and it's like, wow, what a really bunch of nice people. I couldn't get over it, and we're finding this a lot of places we go. We're meeting different ones, and we have so many people. Like I said, I rode with riders for almost 4 years, and people are real quick to down the riders, especially with a lot of stuff going on, right now in the newspapers.
Sure.
But let me tell you what, 90% of these guys, in their hearts, is just to help somebody, help the veterans. That's why you see so many of the Legion riders and that's what they're about. They're out there to help the veterans. And I mean, look, Matt Haynes, all they did for him, and then this year Matt Haynes went and paid it forward to another vet.
Somebody else,
Yeah, and it's like, these bikers are out there, and believe it or not, when they're out there doing this, they're putting their lives on the line too, because it doesn't take much for, has happened to me already, for a car to see us coming down and pull right in front of us on a cell phone or something, Yeah. So they're putting their lives out there too.
We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back. I want to talk a little bit more about this event. It's the Vet Fest Concert 2015. It's Saturday, June 13th. It's over at 1005 Lombard Street in Red Lion. Now, for a lot of you, that's the old Spring Valley Swim Club. It'll be on that property. You can bring your canopies, your coolers, your blankets. There's going to be food vendors there, crafters, displays, and a lot more. 10 a.m. to midnight. Now, the gates open at 9 o'clock. And that's on Saturday, June 13th. It's the second annual Vet Fest concert. We'll talk more about some of the acts that are going to be there. And $15 per person. Kids 6 to 12, $7, and under 5 gets in free, okay? And it's all going to benefit local Feed the Vets, vets in need, okay? Not just feeding them, but helping them, too. We'll be back with more. It's CJ Hoffman here on the Gary Sutton Show on News Radio 910 WSBA. Welcome back to the Gary Sutton Show. The local Feed the Vets of York County is sponsoring the second annual Vet Fest Concert 2015, 10 a.m. to midnight over at 1005. That's 1005 Lombard Street in Red Lion. The Old Spring Valley Swim Club. 2 headliners this year. Kiss Alive in New York City. If you like the Kiss look, you'll love this band. And Smokin' Guns band lineup is going to be huge. I mean, they've got all kinds of, from Trilogy, 6 Whiskey Revival, Carl Young Band, Thing 3, Dog Pound, Tanner Mountain Band, Kodiak the Dirty, Devil's Trio, Lynchpin, Single Barrel, York County. You got all kinds of people from York County helping out with this, obviously. And CJ Huffman is the founder of the feast here again. And CJ, some final thoughts for people and getting out there. It's June 13th. Gates open at 9 o'clock. It's going to be from 10 a.m. till 12 that night. Going to be a lot of fun. You're going to have vendors out there. You've got crafters, different kinds of displays. You can bring your coolers, blankets, your canopies, and set up for that day. It's going to be just a fun day. But you honor vets, and by the same token, you're also raising money to help vets who are in need, no matter what particular theater they served in for our country.
Exactly. And Gary, if anybody out there knows, we know our veterans are very proud. And if anybody out there knows a vet, or you live next door to a vet, or you see a vet you think needs, please give us a call, because we're not one to rush up on somebody. We're very discreet about everything we do. We're very discreet with our veterans because, like I said, they are very proud. And you'll see our car around there driving around New York all the time with a number on the back. If you see a vet or you know a vet, give us a call and let us follow through on it, because, like I said, there's a lot of them out there. We've still got our vets under the bridge. I do have to say that the roof for the homeless shelter in on King Street that we were working on, that we were cleaning out, is finally on. And right now, I guess they're working on the inside of that. So hopefully, the summer sometime they'll get that open. But pretty much we're local Feed the Vets will be on the road. This is what we do, and this is what we like to do. And we help a variety of people, this way. Like I said, it's not just feeding them. And I'm sure Christmas again, we'll be doing our 30 turkeys like we did last year. And the whole bit, and we've got all different things coming up. In October now, we are going back up to the VA hospital for Halloween, and Kodiak's acoustic guitar player, his name is Scott Clayton, he's going to be going along with us this year, and we're going to dress up, and he's going to be playing an hour of acoustic for the veterans, just to entertain them, any of the songs they want to hear, because he knows about 1,000 of them, and he's going to be playing for them. And then we're going to do the bingo thing again, and they just love this. And then we also have a trip planned to Altoona VA Hospital. I know it's a little bit out of way, but we've gotten some of the Altoona veterans that came to the concert last year, and we're not sure if they're going to make it this year, so we're going to go to them. We're going to make sure they get T-shirts, and this year we also have our first patch that was designed by a lady in Wrightsville, and we're going to be selling them at the show. Wow. Also, like I said, Pastor Tom will be doing prayer. James Thomas from HYT Band will be doing our national anthem again this year and talk about hair raising. This guy can do it. And Donna No DJ and karaoke will be there with every show we do. They're there to help us out. And like I said, bring your blankets. It gets cold at night. This year, again, a really neat thing, we've got some golf carts this year, because some of the older people had problems when they came in to walk to the grounds. So this year we got guys, good-looking guys, too, on the golf carts. That's going to load your stuff up in you and take you down to where you want to go. And when you're ready to leave, they'll put you back on the cart and take you back to your car. So you don't have to worry about that. You just tell them out the gate. So we made a lot of good changes this year.
Well, Ground Zero for entertainment, 10 a.m. to midnight, will be at 1005 Lombard Street, Red Line. Write it down. That is coming out. That's 17356, by the way, for those of you using Google or MapQuest. And that'll start gates open at 9 o'clock. That's June 13th, Saturday, June 13th. Make that Ground Zero for entertainment. Yep. And it all starts at 10 o'clock and goes until midnight. It's going to be a lot of fun. $15 per person. If you need more information, call CJ at 717-781-7666. Let me say it again. 717-781-7666. And again, all the money goes to help to feed the local vets in need and help them out with various things that they're going through right now. Appreciate so much that groups are doing out there, and particularly your group on this, CJ.
Thanks, Gary.
Thank you for the great work. Keep it up and have a great event on the 13th, okay?
Thank you. We're looking forward to it, and everybody come out. And one more real quick thing I forgot to say, Rolling Thunder will be there this year with their truck and their POWMIA things they'll be handing out. So it would be great to see them there, too, this year. So come on out. Remember, this is all about the veterans, everything.
Vet
and
Fest
we
concert.
hope to see you.
2015, CJ Hoffman with us here this morning on the Gary Sutton Show.